Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and my second ever fashion video. Today, we are going to be reviewing and discussing the outfits in Hypa Hypa. I am so excited to talk about these outfits because there's so much happening in this music video. It is so exciting. But before we do, I want to give you a brief little rundown of 1980s fashion. The 1980s were one of the most eclectic fashion decades out there. When I say 1980s fashion to you, you could picture Motley Crue with big hair and studs and spikes. You could picture Jane Fonda in brightly colored unitards. You could picture shoulder pads. You could picture power suits. You could picture leg warmers. There was a lot happening in this decade. However, I really want to focus in on the early 1980s, and the reason for that is because the fashion in Hypa Hypa draws inspiration from that period the most. So early 1980s fashion really was kind of a continuation of late 1970s fashion, and what was happening at this period was a lot of gym clothes. Today, it's totally normal for us to wear leggings as pants and wear athletic wear out to dinner with our friends and everywhere else. This was not a thing. You did not wear gym clothes outside of the gym until the late 1970s when it started becoming a thing. So let's talk about the kind of things that were popular. There were tracksuits, V-neck sweaters, cut-off shorts, cut-off shirts, bomber jackets, ringer tees, oversized printed button-down, sports jerseys, and tank tops. Now to go along with all of this stuff, you of course had to have accessories. Sweatbands, visors, gym socks, tennis shoes, all of that stuff was super popular. And of course, the most important accessory of all, the mullet. The mullet hairstyle is not one of my personal favorites, but we can't talk 80s without it. The mullet really started in the 1970s when people like David Bowie and Paul McCartney were sporting them. Of course though, these were famous people who were seen to be a little bit more eccentric and out there and artistic, and it wasn't really seen on regular people in the general public until the 1980s. And then, when the 1980s hit, it skyrocketed in popularity. It didn't matter if you were in country, metal, if you were a jock, whoever you were, it didn't matter, you could totally rock a mullet in the 1980s. It managed to stay popular throughout that whole entire decade, even for women, up until the 1990s when it really decreased in popularity. And funny enough, the term mullet wasn't actually really coined until the 1990s when the Beastie Boys used it in one of their songs. The last thing that we have to talk about before we move on that's such an iconic facet of the 1980s is the chevron mustache. Made popular by Tom Selleck and Magnum P.I., this was the most common mustache style throughout the 1980s, and tons of people had it. Now that you have that little breakdown of 1980s fashion, let's talk about the actual music video. The opening scene is actually my favorite, and the reason for that is because all of their outfits, I think, are the most accurately 1980s here, and I also just think that they all look the best. So, of course, let's talk about the guy in the center, all white here. He's wearing, I can't look at them with those mullets. He's wearing all white, which actually does make sense for the time because they were into a lot of neutral colors in the beginning of the 80s. I know people picture neon all the time, but the early part of the decade, and especially for workout wear, they were into some neutrals, a lot of beiges and greens and maroon and white and black. So he's wearing this all white outfit, which is amazing. It's a boxy t-shirt and some little shorts. And he's also got on the white tennis shoes and the white gym socks. So this outfit just is a 10 out of 10 for me. I love that he's wearing all white with the blonde wig. I think he just looks great. Next up is Yellow Tracksuit Guy. And Yellow Tracksuit Guy, I absolutely have to talk about because his sweater, as far as I can tell just from looking at it, is made out of terry. And terry or terry cloth, that type of material, really is just what towels are made out of. So it's like he's wearing like a towel sweater, kind of. I don't know for sure that that's what it is, but that's what it looks like to me. And he's got on, of course, matching yellow pants. I wish I could change his pants to not have these cargo pockets and also not be so fitted and have like loose, straight leg yellow track pants, but what are you gonna do, right? His shoes are hilarious. In the making of video, I saw that those aren't he's not actually wearing one Adidas and one Nike shoe. He just took white shoes and drew on them with a magic marker. So that's really fun. I think that's like so cute that they did that. Okay, moving on from that, let's just talk about a couple other things in this scene. Guy on the very left wearing an all blue tracksuit totally makes sense. Can tell that it's modern, but I still like it. Wish his socks were white though. Then the guy next to him, he's wearing all leopard print. Checks out to me. Then the drummer, of course, has on a cutoff t-shirt and he's wearing blue and pink track pants. So that all makes sense to me. That totally checks out. Next to the drummer to the right, we have this guy with a button-down printed shirt on. And the only thing I would change about that is I wish that it was actually like 3 sizes too big for him because people used to wear really loose-fitted button-down shirts back then, so I think it actually would have added to it, but what are you gonna do? It looks great nonetheless. So that's my favorite scene as far as what they're wearing. Moving on from that, we have the iconic car scenes. I love these outfits. The little tiny reflective sunglasses are amazing, and then they have on these peach colored button-down sequin shirts, which is just like so outrageous and so ridiculous, and it just like totally works in this scenario. It like, the color washes them out, but in this case, I don't even care that it does because it's just so funny and I just love it. And I actually saw in the making of this video that one of them was wearing the yellow track pants still, and the guy in the blonde wig was wearing the little white shorts still. And I thought the little white shorts with those shirts is just like such a good outfit. They could have even worn that in the other scenes that they were doing in this video and it would have been amazing. But yeah, I love the car scene. Car scene, both of them, 10 out of 10, hands down. Sequins all day. Okay, so then we have all these scenes with the girl with the pink hair. They could have done a little better with this outfit, honestly. I think, like, of course she's beautiful, and I like the shorts and I like the socks with the roller skates, but I think that top wasn't the right top, and I kind of wish they made her hair even bigger, to be honest. Tying the top in the front kind of like ruins it for me. I wish that they had just slashed off the bottom of the shirt if they wanted it to be cropped, or tucked it into the shorts, like one or the other. And I also think they could have put her in maybe instead like a brightly colored tank top or something, or like a bodysuit under there. I think that they didn't want to make her look as goofy as they were looking, but I think they could have pushed her outfit a little bit farther, personally. Then, of course, we absolutely have to talk about their outfits in the end scene. So, okay, in the end scene. I can't let this play while I'm trying to talk. Okay. In the end scene, they are dressed even more eclectically, and some of them are wearing some stuff that I think is like a questionable choice, personally. For example, in the end scene, we have this guy in the overalls, or dungarees, depending where you're from. I think his hair and his facial hair and the sunglasses are all great, but the outfit is a little confused, maybe. I wish he wasn't wearing those black shoes. I think white shoes with socks would have been better. And the dungarees look very modern to me, and I don't know. I would give his outfit probably like a 4 to 5 out of 10. And then we have, of course, the guy in the middle who's like, just gives me life with how happy and how good at dancing he is. His outfit from waist up is great. The jacket is perfect, and the necklace and the sunglasses and the wig, all of it totally works. The pants though, I wish that he was wearing more casual pants or shorts or track pants or anything else but those pants. The shoes do work though. The New Balances, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, so 80s. But pants, not feeling it. Then we have, of course, we cannot leave this video without talking about Mr. Speedo in the back. Oh, it's so much. Let me see if I can freeze frame on that. Oh! Oh my god, I died yesterday. I died yesterday when we were watching this and I saw him. It's a good outfit in a way, like it makes sense. It's funny as hell, and it's like, yeah, that shirt works, that Speedo with that print works, it's super 80s, like I get it. Necklace, sure, but the tape on the nipples really confuses me. And I'm not sure why he did that. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a sort of censorship. Maybe if he didn't want to show his nipples, he should have just wore like a white tank top. And then the rest of the outfit, I don't know, whatever. And then of course with that, he's wearing like running shoes, just like regular gray running shoes with gray socks. And I also really wish that he wasn't wearing those shoes and those socks. But all in all, I actually like that outfit and I think it's like really funny. And I almost wish like another 1 or 2 of them were wearing like the Speedo with the shirt, because it's a look. So Speedo guy, I would probably give like 7 out of 10. If he didn't have those shoes, probably a 9 out of 10. And then everybody else is they're looking okay. We got the guy in the back right behind dungarees with this sort of shiny jacket on in the cut-off gray shorts, which I actually think those cut-off gray shorts are the perfect shorts for this video. And I wish more of them had shorts like that, because when I picture like 80s workout stuff, I picture like a cut-off top with those shorts. And then yeah, I don't know, the rest of them I don't really feel the need to break down because I don't think that they're that good or bad either way. They're just kind of there. All in all, for this entire scene, I would probably give it like a 6 out of 10 fashion-wise. I like the beginning scene better. I think that it was more 80s and more staying true to the theme of the video. And I also think that they all just kind of looked better, to be honest. Like I liked the outfits that they were wearing better. So those are my thoughts, my impressions, my review of the fashion in Hypa Hypa. All in all, outside of all of this, despite what I think about the fashion, I think it's an amazing music video and I think it's super fun to watch, and I'm glad that they all had such great senses of humor in were willing to be so theatrical and wear mullet wigs and all the stuff that they did for this video. It's amazing. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below. And if there's other music videos that you would like me to break down the fashion from, please let me know because I would love to do that. If you'd like to connect with me further, you can do so at the social medias on the screen for you or in the description below. Also in the description below are links to my first fashion video, as well as merch and Patreon if you'd like to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon with something new.